What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Positive Vibes. I'm your host, Not Slim One. Join with me every week, as always, is the Iceman. What's up, Bod?
Not too much. What's up with you, Bod?
I'm wearing my Cold Death t-shirt today.
That.
You know why?
In a little bit.
Because Danny fucking K.
Is that
That's why? Hell yeah. This is the Danny K t-shirt.
And that's a good reason.
This will be probably the only time in my life that I wear this t-shirt.
Oh, yeah. No, that's right. I've only seen that since you got back. I forgot. For some reason, I thought you've worn it before, but no.
No, sir.
No.
I was watching some videos where I wore my Poo-Boo t-shirt after Juggalo Day.
Yeah.
I love that shirt. I wish that I would make consent to wear it, but I can't. Maybe I'll be able to find another one online. I should have bought two.
You should have.
Every time I fucking want to get t-shirts, I always am like, oh, you should buy two.
Then
You
you
wear
never do.
one, and then you collect one. And then I'm like, oh, yeah, I never do.
Because you got a lot of shirts that you never wear.
I do.
They're just
I have
there.
a lot of shirts that I don't wear, then I have a lot of shirts that I don't wear because I'm collecting them.
Yeah. Odd. Shoes and shirts.
Yeah, I haven't bought any shoes for a while. I'm actually
that's-
considering to get a new pair of shoes for
Oh,
my
really?
regular life. I need to step up my fucking kick game. Big time. I know that you're hardcore into fashion and that's
big time.
important to
Love
you.
it. Can you tell?
Mm-hmm. Well,
So, Bud.
I know. It's like an hour before I have to leave for work on Tuesday night. This video drops on Wednesday night. And I thought that it would be fun to actually roll the joint this week on the show. So let's get into, while I'm a little bit busy, some ice advice. Take it away, Iceman. What's up this week?
Well, this week I got a comment here from Zooted One. He's one of our longtime followers here on.
He really is.
On Not Slim, and he says, if I lived where you do, how would I go about getting my med card? And maybe I'm gonna add the rest of this just because it's kind of funny. After explaining it, you will have figured it out for yourself. And hurry the fuck up, man.
Yeah, I agree, man.
I have been dragging my ass on this big time. I mean, basically because the only reason that I'm even going to get my med card is because he wants me to be able to smoke with him on the show. I do smoke.
Other than that,
I
you're
do
content
medicate.
breaking the law.
I do medicate. I also do smoke it recreationally. It's a little, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But
What does that mean?
Well, I don't know really. I just threw that in there.
Okay, go on.
But let's talk about getting a med card. It's actually pretty simple here in Canada. They've changed the laws a lot over the last few years, the way that they do it. I don't like the way they do it now, but this is what we're stuck with. But it is pretty simple. All you do is you have to have a doctor. I don't have a doctor yet. I need to get a family doctor or even get myself signed up with a nurse practitioner because they can also sign off for it. Then you go to one of the websites of the licensed producers and download the forms. Take it to your family doctor. Have him fill it out. That's the hard part. Getting your doctor to agree to fill it out. Most doctors want to charge you for anything that they freaking write down. Even if it's just a sick note, they want to charge you $20 for that.
As always, may I interrupt for just a moment?
Yeah.
When I got my medical, the forms you said are called medical documents for all licensed producers.
Okay.
You need to fill out your medical document. And then the other thing was, what was the last thing you just said?
A lot of doctors like to charge for...
my first one was free, and then I needed to get it changed. I needed to edit some of the values in the fields on the medical document. So I went back and I got a second document, and then my doctor charged me $20. But the first one initially was free to fill out.
Well,
But I guess all doctors are different, right?
Yeah, they're all different. It depends. It really is their own preference and how much of an asshole they want to be. A lot of doctors can be assholes. A lot of doctors are very high and mighty and feel that they shouldn't be prescribing marijuana. It's not really them prescribing it, though. It's me letting them know this is the proper medicine for the ailments that I have, and getting them to agree that that they will sign off on the documents. And you have to get them to fill out the document, send these documents away to your licensed producer. In his case, he went with started off with Tilray.
I'm
and
still strong with Tilray.
Still
They're my
strong with
active
Tilray.
licensed producer.
But
I utilize my registration with Tilray to participate in the
others.
things that Can Do does. Others, plural, indicative of more than one, and I'm only outside of Tilray with one other company, and that's Can Do out of Toronto.
so then once you get your doctor to fill that out, you send it off to the licensed producer, and they will set you up with basically a medical card, I guess, that says you have the right to smoke or use marijuana. We're allowed to do edibles and tinctures and
The medical document says how many grams per day. It doesn't say anything. It doesn't break down.
how many grams per day that you can smoke of actual plant material.
Yeah, and then like just breaking down what you're saying, all of your words to help educate you a little bit further. It's not specifically smoke, consume.
Consume, yeah, okay. But yeah, that's basically it. Once you get your card, you can start buying from your licensed producers here in Canada and consume your marijuana. But that being said, I had touched on the medicinal and the recreational part. I mean, I believe that we should all be allowed to use marijuana recreationally. We're allowed to drink recreationally. People are freaking getting obliterated by alcohol every fucking day. Why can't we, look at this guy over here showing off his fucking rolling skills. Why can't we also partake in marijuana recreationally? I don't know. I don't really know where I'm going with that exactly. But I guess where I'm going with that is when I am using marijuana as a medicine, I am using it like a medicine. Like, for instance, we've got some oxys here. You don't sit there and get stoned off oxys to medicate, right? You take a pill and it medicates you. But of course, you get some people who like to use it recreationally, and they'll take 4, 5, 10, 15 pills at a time and get fucking obliterated off of them. But that's not medicating. That's actually just abusing the drug. Now, again, I don't know exactly where I'm going with this, except that when I'm medicating, I smoke very little at a time. When I'm alone at home, I will put just a little tiny dab into my pipe and smoke that, and that just levels me out, puts me to where I need to be. When I'm with my friends, when I'm out hanging out and I'm getting high, well, we like to get high sometimes. We like to fucking actually have a good time, and we smoke quite a bit at times. I guess that's basically where I wanted to go with that.
Yeah, but when even if it's just pot, if you're, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Even if you're smoking pot recreationally and you're not using it as prescribed by a doctor, you're like just breaking down terminology, you're still abusing it. You're abusing an illicit street narcotic.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying.
Whether you smoke a joint or a gram or a nickel or an ounce in a night, you're participating in an illegal activity. I don't know where I'm going with that, but let's get back on topic for a second. Well, wait. So, yeah, you know what? We can make the whole fucking show Ice Advice. I don't give a shit. Let's talk about this. So, yeah, basically, I think everything that you said is pretty right. Get your medicinal document, have it filled out by your doctor, you know, do your due diligence and select your licensed producer. Get their medical document, usually from their website, fill it out, mail it back, and it takes, you know, usually a week or 2 weeks to get registered. It took me I sent them my document on a Tuesday morning, and they sent me a link to their weed store like 6 days later, like a Sunday night at midnight or something.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. And then I used my registration with Tilray to register also with Can Do, which I thought was pretty fascinating. I think there's like some legal area into it or something, and I'm not sure. I think even I might be breaking the law or something.
I feel that in a way you might be, because
But there's new stuff now that dispensaries and licensed producers and shit can sell shatter and.
Well, not even that though. But you were given. Let's say you were given the right. I don't know if that's the right words, but you were given the right to consume so many grams per day, right? And you are allowed to get so many grams per month through Tilray. But now that you are also using can do, they don't communicate with each other. So you could technically get your maximum dosage from Tilray and your maximum dosage from Can Do. So
Which varies. That varies because...
How does that vary?
It varies because there's different variables for each, for the dispensary and the licensed producer, whereby through Tilray... well, if I can just backtrack for just a second. You were saying you only put a little dab in your thing?
Yeah.
And smoke it. I was the same way, because weed, my whole life, has been illegal. So when I went and I got my medical card, I told my doctor, I'm like, oh, I'm only smoking about 1.5 grams a day. So I just need 1.5 grams a day on my thing. And then I went to buy some weed. When I first got my medical card, I was buying Pink Kush. It was $9 a gram. And then I went to re-up on my order in October, and like 4 or 6 weeks, like 4 weeks later, the exact same weed with the exact same THC content was fucking $12 a gram. No deals. It was like, how do you justify jumping $4 a price in gram, no deals in fucking 4 weeks? It was ridiculous to me. So I ended up having to go back to my doctor, and this ties into what I was saying earlier about getting another form filled out. And the second medical document that I filled out, I told my doctor, I was like, look, I'm new at this. It's a new experience for me. I thought that 1.5 grams was a fair assessment of exactly what's going on here. But now I've learned that it's probably in my best interest to get the maximum allotment per day, which is 5 grams. You can go above 5 grams, but the acts and the MMPR, the act and statute that regulates this, says something about 5 grams a day. So I got 5 grams a day, and now through Tilray, answering what we were talking about a moment ago, now through Tilray, I can buy and possess 30-day supply at any given time, and that is the equivalent of 5 grams a day times 30 days, 150 grams. So it's a little bit over a QP.
Yeah. Which
is pretty crazy. That I can have a QP in my book bag and walk downtown and not have to worry about anything.
You're allowed to walk around with that much? Or are you just allowed to have that much?
I got these Percocets from my doctor. I smashed up the truck. If you guys are wondering why I got the perks, I hate opiates. I'm smoking pot today because I got a little bit, but I'm not taking these pills for another day or two. I really honestly, it's not for the video. I don't like taking these.
They're fucking dirty.
And I especially don't like taking them with pot. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
I don't like it. So I ended up getting a month's supply of perks from the doctor within, the last 48 hours of the filming of this. And I hate it. But this covered by my benefits, a month of, I hate calling it medicine, but a month of medicine through my benefits being covered, this 120 Percocet cost me $5.79. That's what this cost me. And it took me, the time it took, if you exclude the time waiting in the fucking waiting room, seeing the doctor in and out. I've had a relationship with my family doctor now for years.
Yeah.
But, this was it took me a minute. Hey, how you been? Good, what's up? Oh, I need this because I banged up my truck and I can't afford $300 a month on pot right now. So, I need this.
Which is a lot cheaper, just not...
And it was no problem. Here you go. Here's 120 pills.
Of course, that's only because he understands that you don't abuse
I do have the back problem, and I do not abuse it.
He understands. He knows you. He understands that you aren't asking for these pills just to get fucking high off them all the time.
Right. And I might be jumping around from topic to topic, but what I was saying a moment ago was that when I went in there, I said I need the maximum allotment now of 5 grams a day. This weed is dry today. I'm so sorry that I keep coughing. I just need to take a small drink. But what I'm saying, and I'm sorry for fucking getting on about it, was I need 5 grams a day because this fucking shit is a fucking stock market. And you know what? I've said this on the show because it's been the title of an episode of Positive Vibes in the past, where I want to fucking buy low, and get high.
That's right.
You know what I mean? That's what's up. You can't go from $9 a gram and then fucking $12 a gram 4 weeks later. Like, I'm on a limited type of budget, you know, I'm working my job, but what about people that are on ODSP, like disability benefits in our country, you know, and they can't afford, they don't have any weed coverage on ODSP. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, you're exactly right. You can't use that on your... Now, they actually are talking about allowing that to be on benefits now, to be covered by benefits. Not yet, but they're looking at making the insurance companies include that in benefit programs.
I read a couple articles about that online.
Which I really feel, I mean, it's a medicine. People use it as a medicine. It should be covered. For those of you who have benefits for that, not everybody around here has benefits. We got to pay full fucking price for anything we do.
Well, as always, I hijack segments, and we're fucking 16 minutes into the show, about 15 minutes into the show right now.
Yeah.
But we're still doing ice advice.
We're still doing ice
Yes,
advice.
we are.
Well,
Yes,
let's segue into what we thought was going to be an easier way without having to actually get a family doctor. We looked into this place called the Simcoe
Health Center.
Health
Amy
Center.
Anonymous from Can Do. I asked her on Snapchat. We also talked about this before. You know what? We talked about all this already. You just never fucking put your ass in gear to get it all going.
I'm not sure we talked about
So
this.
everything that we've said on the show in the past is relevant now because now we're actively doing it.
We're
You saw on the
looking into
video this week on Not Slim Now where the Iceman hit send.
Yeah,
I
that's
put
right.
that in the thing.
So and then
Oh
they
yeah,
sent
so then
me-
they got this email.
Let's look at that.
Yeah, let me fucking look at this email. Excuse me. First of all, the email that Iceman sent to them through their contact form on their website, I helped him write it, and all that it said was, it's to the effect of, "I don't have a family doctor. Can you help me?" That's what you sent,
that's exactly
right?
what we sent. Yep.
And so this is the fucking message that they sent back. Justin at SimcoeHolisticHealth.com. He goes, "Hello. Thank you for contacting us. It sounds like you are a great candidate for the program." But that doesn't answer anything. Like, I'm going to continue to read this whole email on the show now, but I'm just saying, like, fucking, this is a robot. Like, this has to be a bot
It tells
reply.
you right at the bottom. This is an electronic transmission.
Well, no, that means email.
Oh, okay, I guess.
Thanks for contacting us. To begin your medical cannabis application, download, complete, and return the attached documents, along with a copy of your medical documentation and photo ID. So far, they're just at... Fuck, this fucking phone thing.
Well, basically what they're telling you right there is you need a doctor.
Well, no, that's what you're saying, but I don't see, like, I fucking break down words, man, and try to interpret it so many different ways, and so far, in the 3 sentences that we've read, it doesn't say anything about you being under obligation to have a doctor.
Keep reading.
Yeah, we're going to go through it. But, you know, if you are under... Oh, and then we'll skip this paragraph. It just says, if you're under 25, you need to have your
I don't
parents'
understand
consent.
that. If you're under 25, you need your parents' consent.
Hey, listen, everybody that is a corporation establishes their own rules. They don't have to follow the law.
Well, okay,
necessarily.
but...
It's not
you
like
can-
they're doing it for minor.
You can be living on your own at the age of 18, no problem. And I need this medicine, and let's say I'm 21, I need my medicine. But I have to go and get my parents' consent to use this
what
medicine?
if both of your parents died at a young age?
That too,
Yeah,
exactly,
that's a good
yeah.
question, but this doesn't apply to us.
You're right, okay, let's skip that.
So it says we will require sufficient medical documentation to pre-evaluate your application. So it's like you need to approve. I don't even know. We need sufficient medical documentation. You need a pre-evaluation of your application.
Yeah.
Like, does that mean one person's going to look at it before another person looks at it? Anyway,
I don't know. That is kind of a...
The email carries on. It says, our physicians require at least 2 to 3 medical documents clearly detailing your condition, ailment, or disease to which you would use the cannabis to treat, as well as date of diagnosis, symptoms, severity, and the advised treatments and medications,
Well, right
both
there.
previously attempted and currently ongoing. Medical documents can include. And then it goes on with a list of these things. But breaking this down...
Well, right there, diagnosis. You can't diagnose yourself. You need a doctor to diagnose you.
Right. I wonder now also if, because according to the MMPR, a nurse practitioner is also a person who is capable
Yeah, they
of
are.
giving. So, does a nurse practitioner also count in this document under the definition of physician?
Well, I would imagine, yeah.
But,
I mean-
okay. So anyway, they want a letter from your physician and at least 2 paragraphs on a letterhead from your doctor describing what's up. Well, they don't say your doctor. They say from a physician.
Yeah, but it has to be. I mean, you can't just
Hospital
like,
records.
like I
6
can't
cans
walk
of
into
Miranda.
the walk-in clinic and say, "Hey, doc, can you do this for me?" Because he's not going to do it for me. You'll need a doctor.
So they
that
list
knows
5. They list 5 things, and they want at least
you. 2 to 3.
2 to 3. So 2 out of 5 ain't bad. Hospital records you probably don't have. CT scans you probably don't have. Psychiatric assessments you probably don't have.
I'm afraid
Consultation reports, that's just going and saying, hey, what do you think about this? Oh, what do you think about medicinal...
but I feel that this company, this Simcoe Holistic Health Center, is like useless.
Yeah, but here they say they have doctors. After they list all these different types of medical documentation you
Yeah.
can give, it goes on to say, once we receive your documents, we will complete a pre-assessment to determine whether or not we have enough medical documentation for our doctors to move forward.
But my point is, once I like if I have my doctor, okay, and he's going to fill out all these things, a paragraph, give hospital records or whatever, why wouldn't I just have him fill out the damn form that I'm gonna send off to Tilray or whatever, and then it's done?
That's why I understand very clearly what you're
I
saying.
don't understand what role I need from these people.
I don't know if I'm trying to look too deep into these words, but like they are trying to cover themselves for sure, and it's pretty wordy when you
Yeah.
send them a fucking email that says, "I don't have a family doctor. Can you still help me?"
Yeah.
Like, so I think probably I'll carry on with the rest of the email since that's what we're doing here, but just says here, after you provide them the documentation they need, it will allow them to determine if their doctors can move forward. And then it says, after one of our representatives reviews your documents, we will be in touch to arrange payment and reserve your appointment with one of our physicians. If you do
And
not have a
that's what
physician,
it comes
we would
down to.
recommend to visit a walk-in clinic for documentation.
I can't see a walk.
We have online appointments available to patients across Canada. What times average 2 weeks? Oh, wait times. Sorry, my glasses are on. Wait times average 2 weeks for an appointment with our physician. We can make exceptions for emergency cases. So what they're saying here at the end of the email, it sounds like that we have online appointments available to patients across Canada. So it sounds like maybe you don't go to the Essex clinic, but maybe we contact them and we find out where their physicians are. And then we go to that clinic so that we can get our medical document filled
I
out.
believe that their physicians are only the physicians at the Holistic Health Center that they are running.
If you have any questions or concerns in regards to the application process or documents involved, please don't hesitate to give us a call with their times.
But they want my money.
Well, they haven't said anything
Yes,
here
they
about
did.
where.
We'll be in touch to arrange payment.
Where does it say that again?
Underneath the 1 to 5 list. That paragraph near the bottom. Okay, if you do not have a physician, we would recommend to visit a walk-in clinic. I still don't think I could get a walk-in clinic doctor to agree.
Maybe they have hookups. Maybe the Simcoe Health Center has hookups all over Canada. We have online appointments available to patients across Canada. Online appointments is probably like we can talk to a doctor over Skype.
That's what I was going to say.
And maybe we don't need to go to a clinic. Maybe we can talk to somebody over Skype and then that will help
No,
us.
you still need to talk to a doctor. See, they have online appointments once I've gotten everything that I need, and then I have to have an appointment with them instead of going to Simcoe to visit them. I could visit them online through Skype or whatever. But regardless, they're telling me I need to see a doctor here first to get him to fill out this 2 to 3 page or 2 to 3 paragraph friggin' document detailing exactly what's wrong with me and that he feels that I am a good
Well, you
candidate.
need 2 to 3 articles of that. You don't necessarily need that one, because there's 5 things, and you only need 2 to 3 of them.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, you know what it sounds like? It sounds like we don't have any answers for ourselves and that we have a lot of questions. But you know what is important about this email? We've gotten the ball rolling.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
And that's a step in the right direction. And now we can document, because I didn't really get the opportunity to document mine. You know what I mean? I got it, and then I started making the videos.
Well, see, I just feel that these people are obsolete. Once you walk into your doctor and say, okay, you agree that I should have marijuana, obviously, if you're going to give me any kind of documentation that says you agree to it, then fill out this form, I'll send it away, and I'll start getting my marijuana. These people are obsolete. They're like useless.
I think we should give them a call.
They just want my money.
How much money do they want?
It doesn't say. They don't tell you that part here.
Let's give them a call, because I think, and it's a true statement. We're going to get ready to wrap up the show here.
Yeah.
But I think it's a true statement. I'm not busting your balls or anything. You are very intelligent, but you do have a tendency to just sometimes be like, no, this isn't. No, you just like being very polite about it. You could maybe call it like irrational.
Jump to
anger.
conclusions.
Yeah, you jump to conclusions. There you go.
I do.
So I think you might be jumping to some conclusions. I think what you say is real talk, that you need a different doctor outside of the Simcoe Health Center. I think that they have the ability to provide all of it for you. So I think we should call that phone number and get that sorted out and see if we can talk to a human being.
Rather than just getting a form letter.
A robot reply. It sounds like a robot reply.
It does. I just want to take a quick look at these because they give me 5 attachments here. Patient assessment form.
We did some of the quizzes and stuff, eh?
Yeah, we did.
We, the Iceman, did quizzes on the SimcoeHealth.com, whatever it is, Simcoe Health, whatever. Oh wait, before I continue with that, listen. So you jump to conclusions, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you think that Amy Anonymous, who runs this big Toronto dispensary, would I don't think she's duping us. You know what I'm saying? Oh, go deal with these guys. You know what I mean? Do you jump to a conclusion so hard that you think she's like telling me Simcoe Health Center so that she can help those guys make money? That's what you think? Well, she seems like a very nice, very reputable woman. I follow her on Snapchat. Yeah, well, everybody's into making money. This is why we're doing these videos. We want to make money. Everything's about money.
Okay, but we're not doing it at the expense of somebody else. I mean, no, we're not doing it at the expense of somebody else.
Well, we ask people for money because if you think that we're entertaining and you want to give us money.
Yeah, I guess.
Everything is about money. But I think the conclusion of Ice Advice is that we need to call this phone number and continue this process until we really hit a roadblock, because we're not dead in the water yet.
You're right. Actually, you know what? To conclude my Ice Advice, if you want to get your medical documentation, if you want to be able to smoke pot, then we have to get a doctor. I need to get an actual doctor or a nurse practitioner on board for me to say, yes, I agree that for the reasons that you are asking, marijuana is a good alternative for medication for you, and get the documents filled out that way. And then from there, I can just get my card.
Through a licensed producer without the aid of Simcoe Health.
Exactly.
Yeah. Let's see what Simcoe Health can do for us.
Let's see what they can do.
All right?
We'll talk to them.
Excellent. Well, we had an entire episode of Positive Vibes that was Ice Advice. That's fucking groundbreaking.
That's awesome. It's all about me. It's all about me.
You finally got one. You finally fucking got one. All right.
That.
Well, that's good, man.
You're medicated over there?
Yeah, I didn't even finish this thing. I'm fucking wrecked.
Yeah, I bet.
So that is it. Okay? Thank you for watching this episode of Positive Vibes. Once again, I am your host, Not Slim One. With me is the soon-to-be fucking medicated Iceman. And stay tuned next Wednesday night at around 10 p.m.
Soon to be legally medicated Iceman.
Bang. I like that.
Yeah.
Stay tuned next Wednesday around 10 p.m. when I release another episode of this show. And actually, I'll just, take one quick thing before we leave today. If you watch the show a lot and you know who Kyle is, Kyle Carter, he wants to come back onto the show. Some things have happened with his schedule, and I think that he might have an ability to start squeezing himself into the show.
Yeah.
So sometimes I'll put Kyle on blast right away if he's going to be a part of the show. Fuck him, because I know he's going to fucking put me on blast, and I'm
That's
going to
right.
use the footage anyway. Sometimes he's pretty legit with what he says he's going to do, but a lot of times, like, his intentions are good.
Yeah.
But a lot of times he fucking flakes.
Yeah, it happens.
So putting him on, totally publicly, I'm excited to see that Kyle might join the show, and we'll see what type of role we can squeeze him in around here. That's very exciting for me. It really is, because I like hanging out with Kyle.
Kyle's a good guy.
And Kyle told me on the phone the other day, he's like, well, I don't want the Iceman to be like jealous because I'm so cool and shit. And I told him, I'm like, if I'm Conan O'Brien, the Iceman's my Andy Richter. And then I told him that I needed a Max Weinberg, and he's like, well, I want to get some turntables and a machine.
Oh, shit.
And I'm like, slick! So I really highly doubt that that's going to fucking
not
happen. But if it does, it's going to be so crazy. Like, Kyle will go and buy fucking turntables.
You think he would?
Oh, for sure he will.
Yeah.
He probably, misses that he hasn't had a pair for a while.
Yeah.
But anyway, that is it. Thanks for watching this episode of Positive Vibes. Stay tuned next Wednesday at around 10 p.m. when we release another episode, and that is it. I am not Slim One. That is the Iceman, and that is everything for this week.
That's it.
I gotta work on my closings. They've been really bad lately.
They are what they are, buddy.
Peace.